Now, I spoke in the preview video about what a challenge this game was going to be and the challenge that it presented for us as a group and as individuals and as fans, I guess, because obviously it is testing as fans when we're at the stage that we're in as a club. It is testing for the fans as well. Obviously it's not as hard done by as the players, but it is a test. And I spoke about it in the preview video and what it would mean, and the opportunity that we did have to sort of to step up to the challenge. And look, I know we come away with a loss, and you never want to lose. You're never happy with a loss, but it's one of those games where it's hard to walk away upset. Obviously disappointed. Yes, you want to win, and you're never happy when you lose, but it's one of those games where I don't know. I walked away and I thought, you know what? I'm not angry. I'm not pissed off. I'm disappointed. You want to win, but I'm proud as well. And I know Uze has spoken a lot about that in his press conferences about being proud of the effort. And I know sometimes the effort we haven't been able to be proud of the effort that we've seen at times. But I mean, I can't fault a lot of effort that I saw on Saturday night against the Cats. I just thought, you know, it was all there, and I was rapt to see what we had there. So I'll get into the game, but first I want to talk about Geelong and GMHBA itself. Obviously, as a club, we haven't been there since 2017. We haven't won there since 2006. I've never been there for an AFL game. This was my first time as an AFL game being to GMHBA. Obviously, the redevelopment is there. And look, I've got to say, as one-sided and as chaotic as it was, and I was sitting quite close to the Geelong cheer squad as well, so I felt every bit of it. As hostile as an environment as it can be, I personally thought it's a great stadium to watch football at. And if I was living down that way, I would get to as many games as possible. It was a cool crowd. It was an environment that was really cool to be a part of. It was footy, but it felt quite different at the same time. It's hard to explain, but I really enjoyed myself. I thought it was a great experience. Plenty of food. The food there was awesome. The bars there were awesome. All the surroundings of the stadium were awesome as well. So I loved it. I thought it was great. It was worth the trip up. It was worth the trip up. It was a bit of a rush for myself personally. I was coming from a fair distance away. Obviously, I played football in the afternoon myself and had to drive from there, get to Geelong, quickly shower, have a bite to eat, get to the game. So I missed a little bit of the first quarter, which was a shame because I missed McKelty's first goal, I missed Dusty's first goal, and I was thinking, oh, you're kidding me. But it was worth the trip up. It was really worth the trip up, and I think the boys put on a performance, like I said, that I can walk away quite proud of. And I'll talk a bit about that now, obviously. So the obvious one, we had a 29-point lead at a certain stage of the second quarter, and that was with lots of missed opportunities in that second as well. And I just thought, geez, like we've got a real opportunity to kind of put the foot on the throat a little bit here, which we haven't had all year, and it's against a Geelong side on their home deck. They're sort of down and out. They've lost a few. It's a great opportunity to do that, and I was so excited. And then you roll into the third quarter, and they kick 6 goals to our 3, and that sort of sets them up for that really good last quarter and kind of puts us on the back foot. And they took a 3-point lead into three-quarter time, which obviously is very doable, but they had all the momentum going forward, and they called it the premiership quarter for a reason. I think we found that out, the hard way. Obviously, we didn't kick a goal in that last quarter. I think we had one behind, and those 4 or 5 missed shots in the second quarter that we were very gettable that we did miss sort of came back to bite us a little bit because we really could have been even further in front, and that task for Geelong could have been really hard. But they're the opportunities that you learn from and you take advantage of the next time round. And it was a really wet night. Like that second quarter was pouring with rain, so like I'm not surprised there was a lot of shots missed, but at the same time, you can't be happy with that, and you can't accept it, and you get a bit look to move on from it, but obviously, know where to improve as well. So, look, I think that second quarter probably cost us a little bit in terms of missing because I think we kicked 1 goal in that last. They may have kicked another 3 or 4, and it just sort of it put us to bed. We didn't really look like scoring much in that last. Obviously, it doesn't help when McKelty goes down, like our main target down there, who's playing a very good game of football, I must say. He was playing unreal. He already had 2 to his name, and he was flying. He was competing well, and for him to go down and then confirmed ACL as well it's so devastating. And you never want to say this about anybody, right? We've had 5 ACLs this season, right? And that's shocking. And obviously, Sam Naismith is the biggest heartbreak of all of them, just because of the journey that he's had to go through. But you look at the rest of them. You've got Juddy Clark, you've now got McKelty, you've got Gibcus, and you've got Tyler Young, right? And these are all 4 really young guys still in the developmental stages of their AFL career, and this is just such a setback. And someone goes, "Why couldn't this happen to a senior player?" And I don't want it to happen to anyone, right? And I don't think they did either. But it was more the fact of they're not losing developmental years. These senior players, we're losing these guys at such a young age. Like Gibcus has already missed a full season. Like that's such a setback, especially for a key position player. It makes it really hard for them to come back and compete the way they want to. So that was a real shame. That hurt. Obviously, Pickett did a calf. He tweaked his calf. I don't know how bad it is. And there's a lot of talk about Pickett and the way he played on the weekend, and he shouldn't be in the side and this and that. And again, I'm not going to get into that because I don't like to talk about individuals and hang shit on them too much. But obviously it was disappointing. You don't want to see him play the way he did. I didn't hate flipping off the crowd. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I think it's a bit of character. It's down there in Geelong as well. He would have been copping a lot of flack. And where I was sitting, he was copping it, and he wasn't even near the ball, So I don't know if they had something out for him or if it was just coincidence, but I don't hate that. But obviously, you want to see him back it up with his performance, which obviously he didn't quite do so. Liam Baker scared us a fair bit. Like, it was just before I got to the game, I checked. I'm like, you're kidding me. Like, Baker's injured out already because the AFL app had him down as injured. And I was like, oh, no, not now. But thankfully he came on and he was best on ground for mine. I know we got the Tiger Den and the Richmond player of the match. So I was, stoked to see him play some really good footy. Got on the scoreboard. He had 30-odd disposals. Like, unreal. Classic Liam Baker performance. Please don't leave us. I don't know what I'll do when you go. But that was unbelievable. What else we got here? Caleb Smith, the debutant. Such a big build-up throughout the week. Obviously, he rings his parents and his sister, and it's a big emotional scene. Family comes down to watch the game. He comes on with like 5 minutes to go in the last quarter when the game is basically had already been put to bed. And it's just, I know, someone's going to be the sub. I'm such a firm believer. If you're a debutant, don't play the debutant as a sub. It's just give them the full game. And I know you can't play, because family came down, you're going to give them a full game. I think just start them. And if they're not having a good game, sub them out. But if they're not ready to play a full game, don't put them as a sub. Just wait till they're ready. That's just me. I like to see a debutant get a full crack at it. Especially if they're going to have all these family and friends. It's such a big occasion. It's a momentous occasion. And then, for his family to sit there and fly down from wherever they came from and then to watch him play 5 minutes of footy, get a couple of touches, it's, obviously they're proud and excited to be there no matter what, but obviously they're there for one reason. And I don't know. And I know there's more to the game than just that and looking after individual players. But I think if you're a debutant, let's just give them a full crack. And if they're not having a good game, I'm more than happy to see them subbed out. If they're not quite standing up or living up to the expectations in their first game, sub them out. But don't start them as a sub. That's just a little personal one that gets to me. Back to some players. This won't get spoken about because it wasn't as good as the week before against the Bombers, but I thought Dusty was really good again. Obviously, the 15 disposals, 2 goals, great tackle there on Jeremy Cameron as well, which he's not a known tackler, Dusty, but, he brought Cameron down, got a hold on the ball. I just felt that his presence was there and he was on and he had stages where he looked like he was really going to sort of switch things on for us and really break the game open, and you just got to think if Shea Bolton was out there alongside him and you have that second sort of game breaker, who knows what may have happened on the night. So I thought Dusty was really serviceable. I think Noah Bolter showed just why he needs to stay in the back line and why he belongs there. He's so smart as a backman because I think it's a lot simpler. And I just think he knows the position so well. And obviously he had the notebook out and it was all on the news and everyone was making fun of it and taking the piss out of it a little bit. I know I did on the Instagram, but all in good faith. Obviously I know, he would have been going through game plays or whatever it was he needed to go through. But I thought he was really good. He had 9 intercept possessions and a few really big marks as well, like a couple of contested marks, flew up above the pack. Like, he's so athletic, so fun to watch when he's at his best. And he was very, very good, I thought. And Samson Ryan, I thought was really serviceable as well. Kicked a couple goals, was good in the ruck, strong, and he just looks like he's getting more and more comfortable. And I think he's going to have to be someone that we just really stick with. I think if we keep dropping him every time he has a bad game here and there, he's not going to grow. He's not going to develop. And these guys, like, the only way they're going to get better is by playing them. And we're in a position right now where we can. So I think we're going to have to do so. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I've got for this video. Again, like, it's annoying because obviously, like, I'm happy, I'm proud, but also disappointed all at the same time. And it's a weird mixed sort of feeling with that one, just because I don't know. It's tough being in the position that we're in right now because you're not quite sure how to feel. But I'm happy that we put in the effort that we did. I'm happy that some of the young guys showed the things that they showed. Um, and that we're not just going to roll over to teams. I know we did it twice, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that from Richmond too much in the back end of the year. Now I feel like we're going to stand up. We're going to get some players back soon, and hopefully we win one or two more games and just give the fans something to cling on to a little bit. Dusty's 300th is very, very close, very, very close. So thank you again for watching. There won't be an Adelaide review video, unfortunately. However, I will be doing a short review on the Forever Rivals YouTube show on Wednesday night, 7:30. So jump on there. I will also post a link and a time frame for that show on Thursday. So if you miss it, you can go back and watch it, and you don't have to watch the whole show. I'll clip it to there. But I do really encourage you to watch the whole show. Get in the comments, back me up. It's me against three other Nuffy supporters from other clubs: Carlton, Collingwood, Essendon. I could use all the support I can get right now, especially with the way we're travelling. So please, if you're not doing anything, jump on 7:30 p.m. Wednesday night. It's on the Jumper Punch channel, and the show is called Forever Rivals. So please get along there. I'll leave the link in the description. I was lost for words for a second. I'll leave the link in the description. Please jump on. I know a lot of people that watch my videos have come across from the Jumper Punch. So if you're one of them, thank you so much for watching, and you know who you are. I shout you out most weeks on the Forever Rivals show, and I try to get around the comments when I can. So thank you again for watching. But again, there won't be an Adelaide preview video this week, unfortunately, but jump across to Forever Rivals for that. But again, that is it. That's all for today. Another opportunity, another game where some players really stepped up and show what they can be in the future, and some exciting times ahead for the Richmond Football Club, hopefully. So thank you again for watching. Appreciate it, and go Tigers.